If you're an energy healer, practitioner, spiritual business girly, and you are experiencing a slower season right now with your clientele, and you're like, hey, I want to drum up some new business and build my audience, grow my community, I'm going to share a tip with you that I have found very beneficial in my own endeavors. You do not necessarily have to have a client in front of you to share client results. If you are a channeler, psychic, what you can do is go into the ethers, into the astral, and ask a group of souls to come forward to read their records and help them through something, and then transcribe that information and share the results and outcomes on your social medias, because that is going to showcase your gifts, talents, and abilities and your methods, your reasonings, your interpretations, and it's still coming through the filter lens of people, but they're not people in the 3D, they're souls that are coming through the ethers. So what you would need to do is pick some type of subject or a topic to help them with. So that could look like finances, or helping them with certain chakras, with physical ailments, things that happen in childhood, trauma wounds like people pleasing, imposter syndrome, fear of success, fear of failure. It could be helping them grow their spiritual business, how to manifest very specific things like a house or a car or going on vacations. It's going to give you an even bigger pool of data or Akashic records to pull from. So we're doing a client session one-on-one here on the 3D. You've got one point of direction, which that's great. We love that. And sometimes that can be even more specific with results and outcomes, because you're really getting into it with someone on a very specific soul map. But let's say that you go into the ethers and astral and you have 10 different souls that come forward. And what I like to do is say, hey, can you merge into one? So I can have a direct communication with you, and then go through the channeling with them and write it all down on my notepad as it's coming through. And then I go onto my social medias and I share what the experience is. And it resonates with a lot of people, because you have so many different souls coming together to share through their perspectives and experiences, that there's always people like, oh my gosh, this resonated with me. This was for me. And you're pulling from 10 different Akashic records at one time. So there's going to be a lot of overlays for the general collective, which in turn, again, grows your audiences, showcases your gifts, talents, and abilities. And you can book sessions that way, because people are seeing what it looks like to have a session with you. And it's going to be even more dynamic when you get into a one-on-one session with somebody, because you can, like, again, really get into their soul map and be a little bit more specific with details and steps for them to take. But this is almost like a sneak preview into what it is to work with you, and a way for you to continuously share client results without necessarily having to see people on one-on-one if it is a little bit of a slower season. So this can really see you through those time periods. And it's a way for you to continue to develop your talents. Because when you're talking to somebody, we're going to go on a little tangent here. When you're talking to somebody in a one-on-one session, there's a lot of things that you're needing to work through their mental body, and them telling you backstory and you asking a lot of questions. But when you're going into the ethers to meet with a group of souls, you can bypass a lot of that, because you're really talking to their higher selves and their spirit teams directly. And so you can get a lot more expansive information about past lives, different incarnations, and things of that nature. And both of them are great. I love both type of sessions. They just have a different flavor to them, if you will. And so if you have any questions about this, I would love to hear the comments. I would love to answer them. And I'm wishing you an absolutely magical day.